Hey, what's going on, guys? We want to welcome you to a new series we have, and it's called Why Do We As Men? So this series is going to be talking about why do we as men do certain things, explaining the thought process and the ideas behind certain things we as men do. Guys, I just want to open it up to the room. The first question I want to ask you guys, why do we as men want relationship benefits without the actual relationship?
Okay, well, what I would say, my name's Ventures first. What I would say to that question, it depends on how I look at the relationship and how much I like the person.
That's a good one.
So if I like the person a lot, I want the relationship benefits, but the difference between somebody I don't like, I'm gonna show the same thing in return.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna look at the relationship and let them give it all, and then I don't give it all and expect a relationship out of it. Mm-hmm. So if she give me all her all and I like her, I'm gonna give her my all. But if I don't like her, I might kind of just push her off. She might do a whole bunch of cute stuff, like we might go on dates. I might try, give it a chance, but I'm not gonna put my max effort in something I don't want. Yeah. So even though you might like me a lot, that don't mean I like you a lot.
That's cute. That's cute.
What about you,
DJ? When you say relationship benefits, what do you mean by that?
When we say relationship benefits, we're talking about whether it be, sex is major, like the number one thing when that comes to mind.
Okay.
Also, some people receive financial help. Some people receive guidance.
And you said
basically any perks that you wouldn't receive if the person wasn't trying to further their relationship with you.
Okay, but we're not together.
You guys are not together yet.
Okay, so the only way I can take that is I'm going to take the relationship for what it began as. So I'm thinking if we're having sex and we're not in a relationship, we probably just was kicking it on some wild stuff, at a party or something. We just had sex and then we had sex again. At this time of day, man, like people have friends and stuff that they just
you're not making it deeper than what it is.
I'm not making it deeper because my thing is I don't have sex with people I'm gonna be in a relationship with before we're in a relationship. So we're having sex or whatever we're getting, and we might like each other, but I'm not gonna take it for more than it was.
But that's what you thought it was
initially I thought it was just sex, so I'm gonna take it for just sex.
Yeah, so basically you're saying that you're not abiding by any unspoken rules.
Right. That's what you're saying.
I'm not gonna tie myself down to something that
there was like a communication. If she wanted it to be more, she should have said she wanted to be more than just sex, instead of just she having sex and y'all just having sex. Like if she want more, she need to speak up and say we having sex instead of be like, girl, why he just don't want to? Why we can't be together? Why he ain't saying nothing about being with me?
What if she does bring it up?
That's something we ought to address. See, that's a different
combo.
That is a different topic because once it's brought up, then it's like, so you know what I want, and I want to know what you want.
And this is another way.
Let's address it from here.
And this is another way that girls need to start protecting themselves and if they want it to be a relationship, don't give sex right off, because that's the way men look at stuff. They want to get it. AD explained this a long time. Guys, we're like, we just want to be able to hunt for something.
It's the thrill of a chase.
The thrill of a chase.
Mm-hmm. So once you give me the prize, it's like, what else is there to chase? So if you want to protect yourself, you should limit that.
And then even with that, it's like if we have sex once, we can talk about it then, because it's still on my mind. Like, that's all right there.
Yeah, what are
like,
we doing?
Yeah, I don't know what this is. It's like, okay, we had sex, so now what? Because in my initial, off the first time, it's a now what. So if that never comes up, then I'm gonna take it for what it was.
Right.
Just sex.
You don't put no expectations on it.
You're basically saying that intention should be made clear on both sides.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Definitely.
So I think a lot of times most women, they feel like, I want to be wanted. I want to be craved and desired for. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to be the one to come to you and say, hey, I want this relationship. I want this thing. They're looking for almost like the Cinderella story. Like the Prince Charming is coming to me because he wants to approach me. I hate to be all biblical, but it says a man who finds a wife finds a good thing. Mm-hmm. But I think in your mind, you're like, I'm not looking for a wife. So I'm not searching you out. If I meet you on the path, on the way, then that's cool. But I'm not particularly searching you out. Is that what you're saying? I'm not trying to put words in your mouth.
I wouldn't say that. I would say it was something that just stumbled and happened. Like, that's something I stumbled upon. Like,
okay.
From the gate, my intent wasn't for you to be my woman, or I would have came at you in that way.
Yeah.
If we just was doing whatever we were doing and something happened to kick off, then that's completely different.
Right.
Like it's my intent.
Party or something. Y'all went back. And,
I meet you at a party, and then we kick it. We might exchange numbers. And then we end up having sex.
Yeah.
That's completely different from me wanting to date you, and taking you out.
Taking my time with you.
And I'm not a woman, but I think sometimes, so I'm just speaking what I think they might be.
Not a woman, Bo.
Yeah, I know what I mean by that. But I think they're saying over a period of time, now that for one time, okay, they might get, we had sex one time, this is nothing. But over a period of time, y'all may have sex like 5 or 10 times.
Right, exactly.
So now they're thinking it's growing into something.
Okay,
where in your mind, you're thinking it's something else.
If we just having sex and I'm not taking you out on dates and stuff like that, don't expect nothing else.
What that boy?
That's just that.
George Bush, what he say on the J. Cole song? Fool me once.
Shame on you.
Shame on you.
Fool me twice.
Fool me twice. Can't get fooled again. I mean, like, so once we make it a thing, see, you can't do stuff like that. We have sex once, and then we have it again and again and again and again.
And nothing been brought up.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Like, you can't have sex 10 times and then say, so what we doing? I thought we was just having sex.
I mean, she can ask. She got all right to ask.
I mean,
she got
no, I'm
yeah,
saying you
but,
ask,
like,
but you
don't
can't expect me to say,
yeah.
you my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Nah.
I think a lot of times when they say that, why do you want relationship benefits without actually having a relationship? A lot of times those guys don't know that they're receiving relationship benefits. They think they're receiving those benefits based off pure, we're just vibing with each other. We understand each other. This is our thing.
Yeah.
This is our unique situation, right? So I think as men, a lot of times we don't recognize that we're receiving benefits that wouldn't be given to other people. Because I think as guys, we kind of naturally not trusting the situation fully. So I feel like you're giving this to me, you could be giving this to the next guy too, right?
Exactly.
Like,
Right.
what makes me so special to believe that you're only giving these quote unquote relationship benefits to me? And so I think that's where communication is key. So on both sides of the playing field, so the young lady should be clear and saying, hey, I'm really feeling you. I'm really into you. I think this is something that I want to pursue for as relationship time.
All right.
And so the guy should also tell her, hey, up front, after you have sex with her the first time, I think guys should hold some responsibility too by saying, hey, I don't see you in the light of being my relation and being in a relationship with you. I see you purely as, we're just having this sex, we're having this, financial advice, whatever benefits I'm getting from you, that's simply that, just benefits. I don't see anything moving
Friends
forward.
with benefits.
All right.
That's just the friend part of it.
But yeah, that should be clearly laid out.
Yeah, that's
when you
conversation.
leave things
Open,
to just leave these open to just interpretation, that's where a lot of people come up with things and come up with her feeling like, okay, I'm giving him more than he's willing to return to me.
You misinterpreted the situation.
Exactly.
Like, you saw it differently than me. I thought it was just sex. You thought it was us getting to know each other. Like,
Okay, so when should that come up then?
I think immediately.
After the first time?
After the
I
first
think
time.
immediately.
That's when
After
it's
the first
fresh.
time?
After
It's
the
fresh.
first time.
Before.
Yeah, even before the first
them know
time.
what
That,
you want in
I
the
mean, I know because sometimes you might go out to the club, you might go out to different places, you might meet somebody, and you might not be able to have a conversation before. But as soon as possible, let those guidelines be clear on both sides, from the male and the female side. That way, there's no room for misunderstanding.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
No, I was gonna say another thing is, and there is bad guys out here, so don't trust everybody's word for what it is. Because some guys will tell you the BS. Yeah, I like you. Don't let them lead you on, because those are bad dudes.
Definitely.
My thing is with that too, like, don't just, and I don't even want to put it like that, but it's like, don't be naive about the situation. Like, if I like you, I'm gonna show you that I like you by doing stuff to show you that you're liked.
Yep.
So like, we're not at the love stage yet, because we just having sex and kicking it or whatnot. But it's like, I'm gonna do girlfriend type stuff. Like, I want you to be my girlfriend. I want you to like me. So I'm gonna do certain things.
But then too, I want to put a pin right there, because you have certain guys that like those benefits so much that I'm willing to take advantage of your emotional state.
And say,
So
I
it's-
want a relationship.
So it's
and
like,
then
yo,
still-
I like you. Let's go out on this date. Let's go out and do this. Knowing I have no prior or no want to even be in a relationship with you, but I'm just doing and saying these things that you want to hear. That way we can have those.
Selling a dream.
Yeah, that way I can have that sex with you, or have whatever I'm trying to get out of you. And those guys are trash guys, but they do exist. The second part that I kind of want to discuss was, why don't men cut off those loose strings before entering a new relationship? So, for example, that same young lady, right? You met her, y'all was just having casual sex, y'all had everything, y'all labeled out everything what it was, but you started to catch feelings for this person. Y'all end up getting into a relationship, but the young ladies that you were talking to while you guys weren't completely in a relationship yet, you haven't completely cut those off, so you still have loose strings hanging out there.
Okay.
So why don't some men, we're not going to say all men, because some men do. A lot of men do have a track record of cutting those loose strings off. But why do some men leave loose strings hanging on even when they enter a new relationship?
Okay. I think it'd be hard for guys to tell the woman, like, hey, I'm still talking to somebody right now sometimes.
Yeah.
And I plan on cutting them off. They just not cut off right now. Like, what we had was probably cool.
Yeah.
But they not cut off at this moment. But I don't want to tell the lady, no, right now, no. Because you might get discouraged by what I had to say. Like, if I tell a woman no to get in a relationship right now because I have loose strings, she might get discouraged by that.
Okay.
And then I think, too, like, it's just out the strength of keeping your options open. It's like, if that was the situation and me and this chick where we was just sleeping together, talking, kicking it, but then we just, relationships kind of just come to. Yeah. And so it's like, I might not have time enough to be like, okay, this is getting serious. Let me go ahead and kick back. Or I'm not really sure if I'm here with you like that, but I'm gonna say okay off the strength of what we've been doing. Like, we've been having sex and we've been talking, we've been chilling. So it's like, okay, that is kind of like girlfriend stuff. So maybe you should be my girlfriend. But at the same time, with that being the situation, it's like, well, I don't know, I might like somebody else. Let me see.
Yeah, and I agree exactly what you said, and I think it's two major reasons why guys don't immediately cut off those loose strings. One, I'm not completely confident in this new relationship that is going to last and what I really want, so therefore let me not cut off my other options I had stored in the tuck. Two, my second reason I feel, it's not popular belief, but guys really do care about young ladies' emotional state, right? Yeah. So these past other strings, quote unquote, that I haven't cut off yet, I've built relationships with these people. So for me just to come in, I don't know, the guy might not know how to come in and say, hey, loose string, it's not working anymore. I found someone new. Me and you can't have this conversation. We can't operate on this level anymore, right? So I think that it comes a balance, but I do feel that goes back to the first part. Communication is key. Right. No matter how painful or not comfortable that situation is, to cut off those loose strings, it's best to do it as soon as possible. That way you don't leave any room for any error.
But you need that confirmation though. Like,
I'm not saying it's easy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't even know if that's where you want to go with it until it just pops up.
And so a lot of times guys are just as scared as women when it comes to getting into a relationship. Like, knowing if the other person is the right person for you, or if they are talking to other people. You don't know what loose ends they've cut off, just because especially in this day and age, I think girls talk to other dudes.
Grabs,
it's like girls talk to other dudes just like we talk to other girls. So if I cut my girls off and you cut yours off,
because I might have seen potential in somebody else, and now I just cut
it all off.
Yeah, I done cut everybody off thinking this is where I need to be, and then this doesn't work, and now I'm just standing.
Exactly, I think, and then that goes back to the other one. Like, guys are naturally not as willing to trust off the rip because, like I go back and said from the first part, who am I for me to think that you're willing to just cut off everyone and you're only giving your attention and effort to me? I'm sure we all have been everyone in this room is over 25. At 25, we've all seen young ladies who say and do things that are contrary to what they believe, right? Yeah, so you give me all your energy, you give me all your time, but at the same time, you're talking to someone else, you're giving someone else attention. You may actually be even sleeping with someone else. Right. So that's kind of hard.
I think I'm naive in the area then, because I feel like if I know I'm about to get in a relationship with somebody, like a day or two before, I start cutting off the other people. So before I even get in a relationship, I done cut people off already.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it ain't no loose strings, man.
And I think that's the responsible thing to do, because if you gonna get into another relationship or get into a new relationship, go ahead and cut those strings off, even if that means you're gambling on this new relationship. It may last 2 months, it may last a lifetime, but
that's true.
It's a gamble to say, are you currently talking to other people? Like, you need some time to
that's what I was just going to get into,
to let everybody know that that we are now a thing.
Yeah.
Instead of blowing up the whole thing. If somebody say, "No, I can't do this just yet. Let me do some. Let me handle something."
But see, that's where that communication comes in, though. You gotta have that communication. Let your intentions be known, and let your significant other know where you stand on a lot of things. So that's the end of this segment. We just wanted to come and have a conversation with you guys. We're just sitting down talking, kicking with the fellas, and we just wanted to include you in our conversation, certain things we talk about. So that's the end of this segment. Again, this segment is called "Why Do We as Men?" and we'll see you next time.